I don't know if it's working. I am? I am. Okay. Now where do I find my share link? There we go. Alright. Cool. Uh, cool. There's my chat box. Neat. Okay. I need to start by actually getting the updated cards off of the website. Hello, Owen. I need to, I'm going to be testing out the Hummbust deck, but first I need to grab all the new card files and upload them for everyone into TTS. So I gotta do that real quick. Uh, I will. Alright. Yeah, I gotta get all these. I know Rummagem. What else got changed? Amphirex got changed. Yeah, Rummagem got nerfed. Amphirex technically got nerfed, so you have to enchant it with fire now. Glauby got buffed. Or I guess Glauby got changed, not necessarily buffed or whatnot. But now you can use Glauby or Majesty to do the Majesty kind of ramp combo. Hey Rat, how's it going? Rakatuga got changed. Right now I'm just grabbing all the new card images for TTS, and then I'm gonna get my deck put together, and we're gonna do 100 runs of of Hummbust combo. See if we can get like OTK hands. I don't know if it's a nerf. It's just different now. So now you'd run it in like your Majesty ramp combo to ramp up Majesty like real fast. So now you can basically get either Majesty in hand or Glauby in hand. Yeah. Hey John, it's like it's not good, but people are like freaking out about it. So I'm doing I'm doing 100 Hummbust combo hands once I'm done getting all these images loaded up into TTS to see what would happen. So I'm just getting all the new card effects, and then we're just gonna run it through and see what happens. And I would be surprised if we even get one. There's been some really funky math going around by everybody. What else am I missing for changes? Oh, drops a leaf. Hello, Maple. How are you? That's busted up, basically. Am I missing anything else that has gotten changed? So I have drops, Astrabic. Oh, Titanostock I'm missing. But otherwise, I have drops, Astrabic, Krakatuga, Glauby, Amphirex, and Rummagem. Anything else I'm missing that got a buff or nerf? I don't think so. Oh, shield and poison tip. Yes. Yes, you said the most important changes. Oh, Jolton got a stat change, right? Siracoon I don't think Sirikun got a stat change. It's been 1/6 for a while. Expend 1, right? Um, yeah, it's still this is the same Sirikun. Oh, it got reworded. I guess I'll update it, even though it's functionally the same. Krakatuga got a change. So now when you cast it's the same except now also when you cast Eruption, you can destroy a target card, which is very good. But if it's anything like Lotagon, it's super inconsistent, but it's cool that it does that. So it's a buff, but it's not a huge buff, so to say. UFC and Elestrals. I don't know. Elestrals, I think, might be a little bit more exciting. You know, draw a card, pass. Draw a card, pass. Oh, Poison Tip is on the specific decks. Where's that? Did I pass that? I probably passed it. I passed it. You guys have a good night then. Alright, I'll check that list in a second. Alright. So we're just gonna be staring at PTA for a moment while I quickly do some shenanigans in Steam to get what I need to upload these images. Browse local files. I think I got them all 2 back. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. Somebody will yell at me if I missed one in a day or two. Not probably not even in a day or two, in like an hour. Deck editor. New deck. I'm doing a bunch of boring file stuff right now to load up all the card changes, so don't mind the boring picture of just PTA. Just read PTA. It looks great, right, guys? We all love PTA here. Where is the folder I just made to put all of these into? There it is. Oh, come on. Why are none of the... What are these file images saved as? I don't think they're showing up as the files I need to for the deck editor. Alright, new strategy. We're gonna open all these cards in Paint, cut them, save them, and redo them because they're all coming up as files that I don't want them to be. Here. You guys ready to see some high quality some high quality paint action here? I hope the images show up here. I mean, you could, but this should work fine, theoretically. So I'm gonna have to cut the corners a little bit anyway. And I just find that Paint works pretty cleanly for this. Because Paint is thankfully very fast, so it's not really loading anything. It's such a light program. See, in reality, we're just generating content, right? You get to see how I upload everything. My Discord, I don't know what my Discord. I could rename the extension, but they still have like a white border around them that I gotta crop out. So That's kind of what I'm trying to avoid. So we're cropping out the white border. Pasting, saving as, drops 2 new, opening up the next one, repeating for all the cards. Yeah, Red Baron decided to not make his channel Red Baron, which is probably a good play, but it confuses me all the time when I see Elestralization. Open. Almost done. 4 more cards, roughly. I also have a Google Drive with a bunch of things that I need to update that I keep forgetting to do. All right, 3 more cards. I lied. I said 4. I lied. Almost there. Yeah, what if I had all this housekeeping done if I didn't get out of work late tonight? But instead you guys get to see all my lovely housekeeping. And what I do to keep TTS updated. All right, 1 more card. All right, so I'm gonna close that out. And now open up the deck editor. And we'll deck edit some cards. Zircon. Whoops. Drops. Emphyrix. Globy. Jolton. Krakatuga. Rabbit. Mama. Field. Titano. That's all of them, right? I think that's all. Don't think I'm missing any of them. At least I hope I'm not. Resize this. That's all of them, right? I probably should actually look at the Elestrals change log and make sure. PTA. PTA is not in there. Good call. Good catch. I did not do PTA. I gotta open up Paint again. See, this is why we crowdsource our information. I'm extremely competent, I promise. All right, re-edited that. ETA. There we go. That now should be all of them. Save this. Oops. All right, export. Swap File 1. Alright. That's done. That's done. Close those out. Alright. Now we just gotta go into TTS. Put all the cards in. And get everything. And then just send it out. Alright. So search. Actually, no. First, objects. Components. Cards. Custom deck. Plop that down. Pull up the image file. Load that. Pull up the back file. Upload that. Well, we have 12 cards. I'll just set it to 15 just in case. Back is always hidden. Import. Apply face URL. Why is that not loading? We hit a hiccup. Let's try that again real quick. Good. Hello, hello. Welcome. I will do what my actual stream is called soon. I'm just doing all the housekeeping beforehand because otherwise people are going to yell at me for not updating TTS right away. Oh, I just screwed that up. I needed to hit a button I didn't hit. Can I go back into there? Custom. That button. Alright, that should fix it. Alright. Take out all the blank cards. Delete them. Row these. Make sure they're all correct. So that's new Syracuse wording, new drops of Leith cost, new Emphyrix ability, new Globby ability, Jolton, Kraktuga, Ash Rabbit, Rummagem, Shield. Okay, those are all the new cards. And take them all out. So take Poison Tip out, Poison Tip in, take Titanotalk out, Titanotalk in, Shield out, Shield in, Rummagem out, Rummagem in, Rabbit out, Rabbit in, Krakatuga out, Krakatuga in, Jolton out, Jolton in, Globby out, Globby in, Phoenix out, Phoenix in, Drops out, Drops in, and Syracuse out, Syracuse in. Delete all these. Flip that back over. 134 is the correct number. And we ship out the update. All right. All the cards are updated. Now, I just want to do one thing. So let me pull up my deck list I'm about to use. We're going to just run a bunch of sample hands. I need to find my image I posted earlier as image. So many images in this Discord. So little time. Hello, Queeno. How you doing? All right. So let me All right, so let's do a little bit of. Okay, so this is what I have right now, right? So we're gonna do Hummbust deck combo. We're gonna track our successes, our fails, and every hand we are going to determine, is the game still winnable? Yes, no, maybe. And we're gonna do the whole Hummbust combo, like 100 hands, see what happens. And we're gonna kind of prove. I think this is gonna show that the Hummbust like OTK combo deck doesn't work, but we're gonna see exactly how good it is, quote unquote. Um, but yeah, let me pull up my deck list and then let me build the deck since I'm gonna have to update it anyway. Pull up the image. Somewhere I just saved it. Now it should pop up. I didn't have it saved as a JPEG. Yeah, I have a problem where I label all of my images as delete later and I never delete them later, and now I just have a pile of images called delete later that I can't find. All right, let's see if I can find it now. All right. Let's shrink that down. So that's the deck list that I'm going to be running real quick. Three eruption, panda, rise, panda again, five eruptions in one turn. I guess I guess you could do that. It's kind of funny. All right, but now I actually have to build this deck real quick because I haven't put it together. So three Hummbust. Start the important stuff. Three Hummbust. Three circles. Three drops. Three Nogs. Was it two shields? Two shields, three ambrosia. Ambrosia. Two apples. Two rises. Rises. And now let's go get the Hephaestus stuff. I can do three Hephaestus, three hammers. Yep. Hammers. Three volcanic forges, because we can play those all on the same turn. Couple tsunamis. Rise cinders and smoltugas. Enter two smoltuga. Almost there. And then we get to sit here for like an hour and a half doing 100 hands. And 3 amp up. So that's the deck. 3, 3, 3, 3, yada yada yada. Gonna save the deck before we forget to. Whoops. And I wanna, so amp up is fodder for Apple. It's fodder. It's not only fodder, but it's also ways to get card draw into hand for drops of Leaf to get more value out of drops of Leaf. And it's things to kind of discard with Apple, so you can discard it out of Apple with less effort to get more mill with Apple. But Apple also can be used in the deck to mill out, or not to mill out, but to pitch a Hummbust to bring back Hummbust with Rise from, to pitch a Cinder to get Cinder back with Rise from. It's just more options because if we can rise from a Cinder, if we can rise from a Hummbust, we can do more combo stuff. And Amp Up just kind of synergizes with drops because of that. Probably run 3 small, but at the same time, I don't know if we need 3 small Tuga. And right now, this is kind of going less of turn 2 and more so I want to test like a 1-turn kind of situation. So I'm putting 2 in to represent that you'd probably have the small Tuga in your deck, if that makes sense. So we're going to use a couple of counters here to keep track of some things. Yeah, if I was making a fully like legit deck, I'd probably do that. But at the same time, I want to make a deck that's more focused on the combo because people are more worried about the combo kill than the actual slow burn of the deck. I think more of a control Ricero Stally mill deck would work better than this, but people are more worried about the OTK stuff. So that's where I'm coming at with this. And then I need a counter for how many attempts we've done. So yeah, we're about to get very bored, I think. But who knows? Let me also pull up my phone so if any, I can actually keep track of my attempts to see what attempts do. If there's anything interesting, because I'm gonna have to edit this down to a video at some point. I need to know what attempts are actually worth showing. All right, so there's a notepad up on my phone. Okay, so what are we doing with these counters here? So that's, we're gonna assume we always have the right amount of spirits. And we're gonna just basically count how many cards we mill our opponent out with the top counter. So this counter on the top here, nice big one that just plopped in. That needs to hit 35 for us to consider a OTK combo. So to explain what we're doing with our little chart. So success means we milled 35, 34-ish. We'll say 34 is a success because it's hard to win the game with 2 cards. Unless we get to 34 on 0. Best deck right now, in my opinion. So if you asked me 3 hours ago, I would have probably said Earth Beater / Earth Tempo. But with the Rummagem nerf, that actually does a lot to reduce its staying power. Right now, the best deck is probably somewhere in like the Windfire aggro or like maybe Wind Thunder. It's hard because the meta's still very new and we're still waiting on a lot of cards to really be tested. But I think whatever the top tier deck ends up being, it's probably right now has fire and it probably is fairly burny. Yeah, like Wind Thunder Voltempest is super strong. Like Voltempest is such a good just throw stuff. You have Sorlet's like access to Sorlet, you have access to like Riceros. I think Wind Thunder mid range and I think Wind Fire like aggro are pretty high tier right now. But we have to see where like the PTA and the shield nerfs land because those are gonna let decks like Water Ramp and stuff feel better to play. But we'll see. But going back, so success is obviously we get the OTK. I'm going to say 34 cards. It's a success. A failure is probably going to see a lot of. If it fails, that means that we didn't get anywhere near OTK combo range. And then when we get a failed hand or a bricked hand, we're going to kind of determine, do we think that it's still a winnable game? So yes, no. And then maybe is like we mill 20, we sell plenty of spears, we have a defensive board. The small bears are good, but Mad Ursa is not the payoff for the deck that it needs. So if you watch my top 5 cards or top 5 worst cards, the issue with Mad Ursa is it's a payoff for cards that you're gonna end up just sacrificing to get Mad Ursa out. So you have no payoff. You're basically just getting a 12 attack beater into play with nothing else. So that while the little bears are great, the cubs, the payoff for the bear deck isn't really a payoff. It's like a counterintuitive thing. But without further ado, this is going to be a while, so let's do 100 hands of trying to run Hummbust combo. Okay, so we're just going to start off down 2 spirits, drops a leaf, ship our hand back. And draw 5. Okay, we're going to amp up here to go get the other 2 amp ups. Man, it's going to be a while. Amp up. And I swear I'm blind. I forgot to name amp up in the file folders. It's just going to be a number. Oh wait, hold on. I have 1 amp up in hand and I just pitched 1. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm dumb. All right, and then we're gonna play Nog. Go down 2 more spirits. Draw 2. And we're already bricking. Like, this is what the issue with... So we're gonna say it's Festus is on 3. Or sorry, 2. So that we can search out a hammer. Like, we're already gonna brick this hand. And then we would play a hammer. Circle the sky 1 to hammer. And draw 1 card. And if this isn't Hummbust, this is a bricked hand. Like, this is a fail right now. Like, we play amp up and we have to pass turn here. Like, or we can't even play hammer until we play the amp up. So we just bricked that hand, right? We're moving on to the next one. So we'll chalk that up to 1 complete fail. And we're gonna go again. This is the deck that everyone's afraid of comboing out, guys. We're all afraid of this deck going crazy. Okay, so this is already a bricked hand. Theoretically, we can get to turn 2 with our Hummbust, so we can say that we go first, we just play small Tuga, and we go fetch our Hummbust. We'll just say that, just for sake of argument, we'll keep the combo quote-unquote going, and then we'll draw a card for turn. And now we're trying to Hummbust our opponent, right? So let's play Hummbust. We're going to play a Festus on 2. So we can go search out another hammer, and that is 2 milled. And then we're going to play hammer for 2. To mill another 2, and then we're going to play hammer for 2, mill another, mill another 2, play forge, mill another 2, play another forge, mill another 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So now we have in play a what? 1, 2. This is a 7 attack Hummbust, right? It's plus 8 attack Hummbust. And we spent 10 spirits to get an 8 attack Hummbust out and mill 10. I don't know if that wins the game, but that is kind of funny. I'm gonna call this a failure with a maybe. So we're gonna say 2 failures, 1 maybe. I think you can agree with that. Did I minus the forge? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we went through 10 spirits. And we milled 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I know I accidentally hit the backwards, but yeah. We're gonna say that's a maybe and go on to the next hand. So just for ease of use, let me just copy these two objects together and I can just paste them back in. All right. On to attempt 3. Hummbust combo. We have no draw power. So we're gonna go again. We go first. We're gonna go for a turn 2 kind of shenanigans, right? And we're gonna do a Cinder in defense and mill 3. Assume Cinder dies. Draw a card. I think that's fair. Play Hummbust. Play Forge maybe. Get an extra 2 in there. That's for Hummbust and Forge. Play a face down to defend the Hummbust. We could do that. That's, I think, a fair play. Let's say our opponent does their thing. We pop this. Mill them another 2. And we'll drop turn. Okay, we can actually go off on this, right? This is reasonable, right? We nog -2, mill them another 2 cards, draw 2, and basically whiff here, right? Like we can amp up, go down 1, go pull some amp ups out of our deck just for hope and a prayer, right? We could rise the Cinder to mill another 5. We could Ambrosia to go back to 11, another 2. And then we brick. And we have, like, with this hand, I don't think, unless we have some God draw in the next 2 cards. Okay, drops. We could say we get drops, but Hummbust is definitely dead here. So unless this is, like, the biggest drops in existence, like, what do we do with this? Right? And draw 4. And then we could play, what? Go down 4 more spirits, get the Hummbust back, play another Forge, get another 2, and then we're bricked again. We're dead here. Like, there's nothing. That it doesn't work. So we're gonna say this is a brick and a fail. Like, that was probably this. Like, that was probably the most, like, defensive way you could probably get, and I don't think it's going anywhere. This is going on to attempt 4 now. Oh, whoops. All right, attempt number 4 for the combo that everybody's afraid of. Is there a way to reset the deck list while TC without backing up? Wait, is there a way to reset the deck? On the left-hand side, the full set list. What I would do if you're planning on building a deck and you don't want to lose it, just save that deck as an object so you can just pull it back out. I think that's probably the safest way to do that. Just save the object of the whole deck with all the cards and use it for later. All right. Draw 5. Okay. This is a hand that this hand can work really well actually. So let's see let's see Hummbust combo off. So we play Hummbust. We're gonna play Hephaestus on 2. We're gonna use Hephaestus right now to go search out Hammer. And now, would we use drops before hammer? I'm not sure. I think we use drops for hammer, so we have more options to find potential draw cards. So we'll take another 2 spirits, mill them another 2 for drops, and ship these all back. And draw 4 cards again. Okay, we have the hand. Like if alright, so we're gonna play Nog. Go down 2 more spirits, mill them another 2, draw 2. We're gonna play Nog. Go down another 2 spirits, mill them another 2 spirits, draw 2. We're gonna play Nog. Go down 2 spirits, mill them 2, draw 2. We're gonna play the shield face down. We're gonna play a forge. Go down a spirit, mill 2. Forge is gonna have 1 on it. I'm gonna play Ambrosia. Go up 2, mill 2, nothing else. We're gonna play Circle. Circle the spirit from the Forge to Hephaestus. Draw a card, mill 2. And this is kind of where we're gonna start breaking, right? So we can play Apple, down a spirit, mill 2, mill 2. Probably pitch the other Hummbust. And play Hammer, down 2, mill 2. We can play Tsunami face down. So now we have theoretically Shield and Tsunami. And that was one turn. Our opponent's got what? 12 cards left in their deck, or 13 cards left in the deck after draw, or 12 cards after drawing their deck. They're gonna go, we can protect our Hummbust, and we'll mill them for 2. And then we have to get something ridiculous with this draw to win them with the mill. This works, sort of. So we play now Hephaestus on 1. Mill 2. And then we're going to use him to go search out Hammer. And we're going to play Hammer on Hummbust as well. Go down to mill 2 more. And then we can pass turn here. Hopefully protect Hummbust with a shield, but they have 2 Elestrals in play if we just Tsunami'd one. So we go to 0. And they just attack with both. So I'm going to say this is a maybe. So I'm going to say the combo failed because it did take us multiple turns. And we're going to say still winnable. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say still. I'm going to put that as a maybe. I don't think that quite is there. I'm going to go on to attempt 5. Like, that is a maybe. Like, that is probably the best maybe for what could have happened there. Let me fix. That's fair. I could have used the hammer. Well, the Hummbust is in defense, so unless you put it back into attack position, which I technically did forget, I think that's a hard maybe, but it's not a success for the OTK. I'm going to say that's a still winnable yes, actually. You know what? Let's do that. Still winnable. We'll say still winnable yes, but it's kind of up to what your opponent's playing. And theoretically, if they're playing Eruption, you die on the spot there. No, actually, no, you have Hummbust in place. You don't die on the spot. So we'll give that a hard yes. I think that's probably the closest winnable yes with the bricked hand. And we're going to move into 5. I'm not like trying to go super hard on the thinking because this is going to be a while. All right, this is another solid hand. So we'll play Hummbust on 1. I'm going to do Amp Up to go rip the other 2 Amp Up out of our deck. Shuffle those. Gonna play Drops of Leith. Mill 2. Pitch back 4, draw 5. Well, we can play Forge. We can play Hammer. We can circle from Forge to Hammer. Draw a card. I mean, we could Apple, or rather, I guess what we do is pitch the amp up, go find the other amp up, get it out of the deck, and then Apple mill 4, pitching amp up. And then we pass turn, and Hummbust is like 99% chance gonna die, and we brick there, so that's a big old another fail for the combo. And that is definitely not still winnable. Like that's just a dead, like you're just dead there. Right. And 6. I'm doing this another 94 times, guys. We're collecting data. Maybe I'll do 50 if I feel like it's not even close, but okay, this is a good hand, I think. So we're gonna play Hummbust. Play a Festus on 2. We're gonna go search out Hammer. I'm gonna play Hammer for 2. Mill 2. Play Circle. Move that. Let Festus go bye-bye. Draw a card. Mill 2. Probably play the other Circle of the Sky. Mill 2. Send that to Hummbust. Draw a card. Nectar of Gods. Draw 2. Play amp up here to go find the other amp ups to rip them out of the deck. Whoops. And then what, we Ambrosia to go up 2, mill another 2. We play Apple here to pitch an amp up to mill another 4. Down 1. We play another Hammer here. Go down 2. Mill another 2. And then we brick, and then we hope our opponent goes, Hummbust is probably dead. And we draw a Tsunami. So that's another direct hand. Fail 6. Winnable. Nope. And we reset again. You guys having fun yet? I don't know why I said I was gonna do this, but I do want to make a video out of it, so we're doing it. We play Cinder. Cinder dies. We go for our next turn. We play Cinder. Cinder dies. Our opponent hits us probably for 1 here. We're probably dead. I'm gonna call this a brick. Still winnable, no. Fail 7. Still winnable. I'm gonna say hard no. Yeah, like the recent, I think if you're gonna play Mill, you're playing it in like Thunder Fire Control as like a protective control thing. But this I'm doing because there's been a like multiple people just trying to do this Hummbust combo thing and freaking out about it. So I want to make a video on it. I figure the best way to make a video on it is just stream me doing a bunch of attempts for science and running it from there. So that's what I'm doing. So here we definitely do amp up. Get the amp ups to our hand. And then this is going to sound awkward, but I think we play Hummbust here expecting it to die on our opponent's turn. Let it die and then hope we get into draw combos. When you have two, you don't need the third, and we have no protection for it, so you let it die, I think, and hope that you get into draw power. But I'm just gonna do a quick peek at the next card. This next card isn't okay. It is dropped, so you wouldn't know that. But if you're playing a tournament, you'd run it out as much as possible. So I think here now we'd play Smeltuga, go search out the Hummbust. Assume Smeltuga's about to die because it's now turn 2 for our opponent. They probably have something to break Smeltuga. And now we're going to draw into our next card. And now, okay, there's the drops. And now we try to go for the combo, right? So we do Hummbust. And we'll say we'll add 1 to the counter because our opponent drew another card, right? And now we have to go off. So I think shuffle? Did I forget to shuffle? Oh yeah, after I searched. Didn't do anything yet. So I mean I would have just dropped and then oh, I would have shuffled drops away. Yeah. No, wait, no. I pulled drops and then I play Smeltuga. Oh yeah, well let's just for argument's sake say I got drops. Just see what happens, right? So now the question is I think yeah, I'm just gonna play it out anyway just to see. Like this is the best case scenario. I think we just go and pitch everything back into deck here and draw 6 and look for more draw power here. So here we do have one Hephaestus on 1, mill 2, go get a hammer. But this hand doesn't have any more draw power, so it's like then this Hephaestus on 1, get another hammer. And then we play Forge. You know, Hummbust has to start going into attack position. That because with the hammers and all that. And then we play what hammer and hammer for we go to 7 now. We mill another 4. And then we play apple pitching cinder. Mill another 4. So this Hummbust is what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a tsunami. So we probably get another turn with Hummbust here. Trigger tsunami, mill another 2. Hummbust goes into defense. Then we put Hummbust back into attack position. But our opponent has 4 turns. There's no way that this we keep this Hummbust if they've had 4 turns to set up our board and we've done no interaction but a tsunami. So I'm gonna say this is probably a loss because we've done no spirit damage to them, and we've only milled them half their deck. They still have the other half their deck to go. So I'm gonna say this is a brick. Fail 8. Winnable. I'm gonna say a hard no there. Yeah, Hummbust gets the only thing it dodges is what Kinleo there and Boombat. It's not gonna do anything. It's just like bye-bye mode. Like I don't know. And our opponent that was turn 3. Our opponent easily could have like a Pantera on board. They could have what a Majesty on board. They could have a little Tempest on board. They could have a Centaur on board. Like we have no interaction with them, right? This is another turn 2 hand, right? We play Hummbust on turn 1. Hummbust dies. We hope to get draw power in our next hand. Okay, see? This is why you play out your hands. We play Hummbust. We play drops here. Whoops. We draw 4 new cards. I don't think we win this. We play what? Ambrosia, mill them 2. Go up 2. We play Ambrosia, go back to full. Oh no, we wouldn't go back to full because we're at 18. So we'd play Apple here, pitching an Ambrosia, which is not the right play. Then you hope you get the next turn, but then the Hummbust is already dead. I don't know. It's just like when you're trying to go for like these big combos, and it's just you can potentially keep the Hummbust alive there. That's fair. But at the same time, you kind of don't want to pitch all your cards away because you're trying to do drops of Leaf a bunch. It's weird. Even if we had two Humbusts in that hand, we would have whiffed with no interaction. And we'd have even less options for cards that we just drew. So I'm going to just chalk that up to another fail and a no. And well, this is what? Yeah, this is now round 10. Okay, good hand. Start with Amp Up. Amp Up. Amp Up. That's what the deck is. Like, that's what people are afraid of. This super consistent, crazy OTK combo deck with Hummbust. And if Hummbust gets more draw power, people are going to freak out. It's not doing that, though. Like, we're watching it right now. Okay, so here we play Hummbust, right? And now we start with our drops. And we're going to go pitch all these back and draw 5 new cards. We have Hummbust in here, right? No, we don't. This was not a 2 Hummbust hand. Okay, so we play Tsunami face down here. I think this is a pass turn hand. Hope. And then we play Tsunami to protect Hummbust. Best case scenario, right? Draw a card for turn. And then here we kind of have to go for it, which there's nothing to go for. Like, what do we mill here? We mill another 8 cards, 16 cards, and are out of cards in hand. We have no way to protect this Hummbust, but we can revive it. So let's say Hummbust dies. We draw a card. We ash the Hummbust on our next turn. And then we do this. Draw a card. We have a floating here. We do this to draw 2 cards using, I think, the extra one here. And then we play Ambrosia to go up 2. Sorry, I missed a bunch of mills. And we play Hephaestus on... Honestly, I think we play Hephaestus on 1. Mill 2, search hammer to hand. And then we play drops here and go cycle back 4 more cards. Yeah, now I think I would have kept second. Like, in hindsight, I think keeping the second would have been better there, but and then we play another Hephaestus on 1. Instantly search with them for hammer. If we had one more rune with this hand, we could have done Apple pitching this, mill 4. And then we play Rise, pull this back, going to 1, milling 2. And if we had one more rune, this would have worked. Yeah, I mean, the Rise stall is possible, but also... The thing is, like, you can say, oh, we can Rise stall or something, but at the same time, we don't have things to protect ourselves. We just die faster. Like, this deck does no direct damage to the Spirit deck, so we have to win with the mill, or we do nothing. But yeah, I'm going to say this is another fail, but I'm going to chalk it up to maybe win, depending on our opponent. And we're going to move on to the next one. This is 11 now. This is 11. All right. Okay, this is a very, very promising hand, right? Play Hummbust. Go down 1. Play Nog. Mill 2, draw 2. We play Hammer. Go down 2. Mill 2. Circle 1. Off Hammer. Mill 2. Draw 1 card. Play Forge. Down 1. Mill 2. Our Hummbust is what? At 4 defense. And we have some tsunamis to protect it. This might work. Alright, they go. We pop a tsunami. Mill them 2. Draw a card. I should have a tracker for how many times I start with Hummbust. No, so what I'm going to do with the video is I'm just going to be like, this is your odds of drawing Hummbust on your opening hand. But I want to do actual proper, like, let's just run the actual, like, decks. But I could have done that. That's fair. So we have a fun line of play here, right? We play Smeltuga this turn and go find a Hummbust. Right? And then we let them... No, we probably don't let them kill the Hummbust, right? We could let them kill the Hummbust and then play 2, but we could also just do this. Oh yeah, that's better. And then we play Hummbust here. We play Nog. Mill them 4. Draw 2. Go down 2. Mill them another 4. Draw 2. Is that enough? No, because we could apple the Hummbust away, which we're going to do anyway, because we need to just fodder off this Hummbust, I think. Go down 1 and mill them 6 more. What if you called me right now? What do you mean, what if you called me right now? And then we play drops here. Do 4. And we go back and draw 2. And then we play Hammer, and this is turn 3. They're dead. And now we pass turn, they lose. Barely. And if we hit another rune, we could have used Volcanic Forge to hit that rune too. So we literally just barely squeezed that out. It's still not an OTK, so we're going to give that a fail, but it's a win. What build me is the deck list on the top left there in the black box. No, this is mine. It's very similar to Baron's, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm the only person that runs the amp up for the drops fodder. I don't know if it's worth the amp up for the drop fodder anymore with the change to drops being more costly. Yeah, I think with drops being more costly now, I mean, amp up has actually gotten me some extra draw cards with drops, but I don't think it's worth it anymore. But as far as the like trying to OTK, there's no other draw power to try and OTK with. The only other thing that you might put in here instead of the amp up, I think, is Altar for maybe I think if you play Altar, so you can potentially Cinder and try to combo Cinder as a last resort. Because if you're going to play Circle of Sky, Cinder, and Altar, I think that's another feasible kind of backup strategy. Maybe. But this is mostly because in Discord, there's been, like, I've seen, like, 3 or 4 people being like, I'm scared of this OTK combo. It's too good. We have to nerf Hummbust, and I haven't been able to make Hummbust work. But anyway, let's do this hand, right? We're going to use Smeltuga turn 1. and pull out Hummbust. This is gonna take forever. I think I'm just gonna do 50 trials instead of 100 because 100's gonna take me a long ass time, and it's almost midnight. Um, we're gonna roll a die. Odds is Smoltuga lives. Evens is Smoltuga dies. Smoltuga lives. All right, we drop a turn. So this is like we could play Humbust here, but I think we just play Cinder here and mill 3 and try to save Humbust for the combo off. We're gonna pass turn. We'll say that Cinder dies. They play some stuff. We draw turn. It's now turn 3, so we're gonna add 1 to this counter. Okay, the amp up's not a good play. Maybe I should have pitched the amp up and drawn something else there first. But still, here, like, what do we do here? We have Smoltuga in play. We like what? Pitch 1 to draw a card. Pass turn. Let Smoltuga die. Draw a card. Play Humbust now and try to, like, what's this? 1, 2. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 mil, and we protect Humbust 1 turn. 14 mil, draw another card. Brick. And probably lose here. Because now it's turn 4 and opponent's got like 4 turns to set up, so another fail. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's just. Like, there are some times where it gets close, but like, realistically, if you're playing best of 3 and you can only pull this combo off 10% of the times, and the other majority of the times is you just whiff, it's. I don't know. It's I do know it's not a good deck. Like the whole Humbust OTK thing, it's just not something that I really think is even close to being feasible. Like now we have to spend a bunch of our combo pieces to try and find Humbust. Like that's the worst part is trying to dig for Humbust. Drops here. Sending back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to draw 6. And we still don't draw a Humbust. So we now we play Smoltuga here, but it's already turn 2. So our opponent's got it's already gonna be turn 2. So like our opponent's got a board. We're gonna say Smoltuga dies. We start our next turn. We play Humbust. We play Hammer. Mill 2. Play Hammer. Mill 2. We circle from Hammer over. Mill 2. Draw a card. We circle the extra off of Hammer to Humbust to mill 2, draw a card. We send it back to Hammer, mill 2, draw a card. We play Volcanic Forge, mill 2. We play Ambrosia. We go up to mill 2. Play another Hammer. Put this into attack, I guess. Mill 2 more. We have the big Humbust. I don't know. I'm just trying to go through these like as fast as possible. I'm going for the goal is to try and go for the OTK. 'Cause that's the goal of experimenting is OTK potential, not necessarily like the long haul. But in general, even if I'm doing misplays here or there, we like it's clear that the deck's not good even when you have like the brain dead hand without much thinking. Um So like this hand, we don't risk the Humbust turn 1, right? We play Cinder, we mill 3, they go, we get our next turn. What, we play Smoltuga here, find another Humbust. We'll add 1 to the counter because it's going to be another turn. Smoltuga's probably dead because now it's their turn 2, we've done nothing. We draw a card for turn. Um, and like here we kind of have to go off because now our opponent's got like 3 Elestrals in board, effectively, most likely. We play what, Forge? Mill 2. Circle off of Forge. to Hummbust. Mill 2. Draw a card. We can protect Hummbust here, but they're gonna have 3 Elestrals in play most likely on their turn, right? I mean, we can Volcanic Forge here. We could pitch a Hummbust for another 1 to mill him for 4. And then we die. Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of it as we go, but like it's just I got to tab in and out constantly. But I think we all see that the deck is not doing what it wants to do at all. Like at all at all. Okay, like this is an okay hand turn 1, right? We go search for Hummbust. We pass turn, odd, dead, even, live. Even, we'll say it lived. Okay, cool. We draw for turn. Like, we have nothing to combo with here, right? So I'm just going to play Cinder here. We're doing this strategy again. Pass turn, Cinder's probably dead. They have 2 Lushels in play, more or less. And now we kind of have to go off because they're going to have 3 turns of us doing nothing to interact with their board. And we do Hephaestus, which is 2. Go search a hammer, play hammer, that's another 2. Go play this hammer, that's another 2. Play forge, that's 2. Play forge, that's 2. But this combo doesn't, like, we brick again. Like, we just brick again. We're not getting draw cards, right? I want to try and speed this up a little bit. Whoops. This is taking a while. Because I'm trying to, like, draw it out and see if the deck will play when the originally I just wanted to do, like, opening hand, yes, no pass. Opening hand, yes, no pass. If they're gonna, I mean, yeah, they're gonna have to win the lottery to do this. I'm just gonna, if I think that the hand is just bricked, I'm just gonna outright say that this is a dead hand. I'm gonna draw 1 card, and if it's not something reasonable, okay, we'll play this out. Say this is still going. We're gonna say we amp up on turn 1 just for argument's sake. We're gonna give it the best shot at actually surviving and like playing the game, right? And we're gonna say we played an amp up on turn 1, and then turn 2 comes around. We drew drops, so we're gonna play drops right away to draw 6 new cards. And we'll say the amp up died turn 1 because it probably did. All right, we can roll with this. Okay, Hummbust. Play Nog. Play Nog. Play Ambrosia. I swear I'm not forgetting to run stuff. We play Hephaestus here on 1 and go find Hammer. My mouse is not functioning today well. And then I think we play Shield of Achilles for protect. No, well, this is turn 2. They're gonna have 2 things generally. Shield of Achilles only stops 1 thing. It's not gonna help. So we're gonna play. I think we just played drops here and pitch it all back, or do we Volcanic Forge and circle? I think statistically we want a Volcanic Forge here and circle, so we go down 1 card, but we keep spirits on board. And now we drops using 1 spirit off Hummbust and draw 5. I think that's the play. And then we just drops again here, draw another 5. And we just have amp ups in our underworld, right? Yeah. Then here we play Hephaestus on 1. Pull out Hammer. Play Forge. Play Forge. Put Hummbust into attack. Play Hammer. Play Hammer. Apple away this. Mill 4 more. And then we try and win with a Hummbust on 8 attack. See what we draw, but our opponent's got a board just that's been empty the whole time. We could potentially play Ambrosia. Let's say our Hummbust still lives, but we're not winning by damage, so we're not attacking. And that's a Tsunami. Okay, so this was a possible win. So we'll give this a maybe, but we did not combo off. Yeah, like it's gonna be a while. I'm just testing the crazy combo that everyone wants to work, but it's not working. Nor is it really getting there ever. Like, all right, so this hand we start by pitching our amp up to effectively draw 2 amp ups out of our deck. And then we play drops, sending everything back and drawing 6 cards. All right, we're in business here. Nog, draw 2, go down 2, mill 2. Nog, draw 2, go down 2, mill 2. Apple, mill 4, pitching Cinder. Rise from. Whoops, we go to 11 to 7 to get Cinder back into play. And mill 2. And then Cinder, mill 3. And then we're going to Ambrosia to go up 2. Ambrosia go to up 2 into mill 4 more to 17. Then we play Volcanic Forge to mill 2. And then we circle to mill 2. Volcanic Forge Spirit to Cinder, milling 3. Drawing a card and hoping. And pulling an amp up. And then we pass turn, probably Hummbust dies, and then we draw a turn and we whiff. That's another fail. And that's another nope. Reset. Next. Amp up. Bop. Bop. Amp up to hand. Down 1. Drops. Down 2. Draw 6. That's a brick, unless we have something here. Okay, well, we have nothing in Nexus also, so we can't draw with the Hummbust. We can defend the Hummbust. We get another turn. We have nothing else in Nexus. Hummbust dies. That's another fail. I gotta really speed these up. This is taking forever. So it's like I was debating the amp up. The amp up has been kind of useful for getting the extra drops cards, but after you use the amp up once and you shuffle 2 back into your deck, it does feel bad. All right, opening hand. Play Nog. I think right now with this hand we pitch 1 Cinder, and then we drops for 4 because we might be able to get that Cinder back. And I don't know if that's right, but this is my guess. And then we brick. We take face damage. We play another Cinder. We still brick. Play Hummbust. We have what? And then we draw 1 card with the circle. Okay. Then we draw 2 cards with Nog. And then we brick. So that's another fail. 19. 14. Reset. Like, we're just gonna sit here and just keep breaking over and over again. All right, we amp up, go down 1. both the ramp ups into our hand. We play drops for 6. Oh, this is attempt 20, right? Yeah. All right, we could do this with Hummbust now, right? We play Hummbust, play Volcanic Forge, mill 2, circle the sky from Volcanic Forge to Hummbust, mill 2, draw a card, give Hummbust no protection because that's gonna be, yeah, we just pass. We activate our shield. We say we pay 2, go to turn 2, and we heavily whiff there. Another failed OTK. Do we still think it's broken? Place your card in perfect order, making 2 video click take the views. You know, when I was doing my cracking combo, I was like, maybe I have to just stack the cracking deck just for proof of concept. But I was like, you know what? Let me just run it randomly and go, and it worked on the second try. But it's like cracking combo is like maybe 1 in like 15, 1 in 20, like. But even then, it's like I'm on like 2 spirits and it just gets outed by any removal. But at least the cracking combo, I'm just looking to get what 4 cards in hand or 5 cards in hand versus or see 5 cards in a turn versus this, which is like trying to just chain effects all day. Like there we go. Extra God, draw 2. You know, whiff here. Like we could theoretically do this, and then we could do this, and then we do this, draw a card, send that there, mill another 3, like, and then we brick here. Goodbye. We bricked again. 21, 16. Whoops. This should be 22. Like, it's just the deck isn't good, and everyone's freaking out about it. I won't say everyone's freaking out about it, but it's just, I see so many people just constantly talk about this deck and how broken it's going to be. And with how it's going right now, even if we get one more like good draw card, I still don't think it's good enough. Even if we had one more really strong draw ability, I don't think it gets there. Like this turn we just have to play Amp Up and Pray. And then we just we brick. Like we don't even get the Hummbust because we shuffle this back and then we draw 7, which would get us Hummbust, but it's already turn 3 at this point. So this fails. Like it's not good. It's not even close to good. It's like I don't know. It must be like a solid like 4 or 5 strong draw cards away and like Ambrosia style cards. You know, I'm not even gonna go search these amp ups. If I draw amp ups, um, I would have 6. I'm just gonna. Well, yeah, I don't even need to draw these amp ups. That would just. They're just going back in the deck. Whoops. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. It's not even like. I'm saying if we get 3 busted draw cards, it might see something, but it's just. Well, my actual cracking deck is. Whoops, I want to pitch that. The actual cracking deck, like its final iteration, or like it's not final iteration, but it's closer to final iteration, at least has a backup plan. This backup plan is just you have to. So with this backup plan, you have to mill to win because you're doing no direct damage to them. So if you don't get the mill win, you have to. You can't get the damage win because you don't have the Elestrals to do the damage win. If draw one mill two with Humbus would definitely make it like more reasonable. But then you have also more cards that you can brick on in your deck and not draw Humbust. I don't know. Like for Humbust to be broken, it would need like a one fire search card to find Humbust or to special Humbust, and then you would need just a ton of drawn mill cards. I don't know. There's ways that we could say if we had this card, and this card, we'd break Humbust, but like this hand's just gonna brick, right? We just play Humbust, Volcanic Forge, draw a card next turn, it's Cinder, okay, we bricked here. Like there's another brick. 23 failed. 18 minutes. Oops, that should be 23. Yeah. I'm just gonna say this hand is a dead hand. Yeah, 24 fail. Unless when they see they won't play runes and just attack it. I mean, yeah, that's the issue with Humbust. Like you can protect Humbust, but how many protection things can you use? So right now this Humbust hand does what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 mil. And then we have a dead hand. And then we play Cinder for 13, so we get to 15. And then 17. And we're dead probably at this point because our Humbust won't be alive. That's another bricked hand. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to 50 because this is like worse than mind numbing how bad this is. Like I'm not even comboing off. I'm just like I'm just gonna draw a card to see where this goes, draw another card to see where it goes. Yeah, this won't go anywhere. I'm just gonna call that a fail. Like it's crazy because you have hands where you can do so much in a turn, but you don't get anywhere. Like you literally just don't get anywhere. Hold on. I gotta fix one thing here. Like you just don't get anywhere. Like this hand, okay, we're gonna knock. We're gonna knock. Where did we get from two nogs? We got to a Cinder, but we'd play Smoltuga. Find a Humm. Pass turn, say Smoltuga dies. Draw a card for turn, play Hummbust. Forge, start the milling process. Circle off Forge to Hummbust. Draw a card, mill 2. Play Hephaestus on 1. Go find another hammer. Tsunami, hammer with the Hummbust in attack position. Cause we gotta remember to do that. Then on our opponent's turn, Tsunami, mill 2. Tsunami's back to attack. Go up 2, mill 2. Have nothing to rise. Play Cinder. Brick here. 27. 2. Oh. Guys, this is the OTK combo we have to be afraid of, guys. I don't think we need to be afraid of. And let's just see what we draw. Whoops. We would just break the rest of this game. Yeah, we're going to 29. Like, I understand that people are afraid that cards might be too strong, and in the future they're going to be broken. But I don't think Hummbust right now is there. Let's see. Currently, I'll do the math after attempt 30 and see where we're at. All right, so this hand we just drops, go down 2, draw 5 new cards. And we brick here. Like let's just look at our next 2 draws. We just full brick here. 30. 29 fails. 24 no's. All right. We have gas here. We have gas here. 2. 1 2 mil. 2. So we go for 15. It's 4 mil. 2. And we whiffed here. So that's, 1, 2, 3. Another with the hammer. Play Ambrosia. We go to 14. With full volcanic forge. Play a shield to protect it. Cool. They pop shield. If it's the hammer, we'll just draw a new card. We get drops. Okay, so let's actually pull out the hammer that I theoretically have in play. Before we do anything else. This is going to be dead here. I'm just trying to shortcut as much as possible. And we go draw 3 new cards. Or we're going to do amp up as well. So hold on, let me pull the amp up in the graveyard. And then we're going to draw 4 new cards. And then we can play a second Hummbust. Oh, okay, we're getting there. This might work. We play him on 1, mill 4. Go find another hammer. Play hammer, mill 4. Play apple, mill 6. And just don't quite get there barely. We lose probably both Humbusts. So unless this is a Cinder top deck, we lose this. Hey! That's a turn 3, which means they'd be empty. We pass turn, they lose. You know what? It's still a combo fail. But I'm going to give that a 1. I'm going to give that a win. I'm giving that a win. So currently, this deck can only win 10% of the time. It has 24 just outright, you're not winning games. And you maybe win 3 games. So if you have 10% chance of winning, and you need to win 2 games back to back, what is that? 1% chance of winning a match of best of 3? Is that right? Like, I don't even know what would make this work. I don't know. Play amp up here. If we don't draw this, at circles we'd get 1 more draw. If we get tsunami, we'd live 1 more turn. We break. We haven't gotten the OTK once. And if your opponent responds at all, you lose. Like, I think we just dropped here and go search 5 cards rather than waiting a turn. The more turns we wait, the faster this deck loses, right? All right, we got Hummbust, right? Play Nog, draw 2. Well, we play amp up first. Get all the amp ups out of our deck. Let's be realistic here. We need to play smart to cull. And then we would Nog. And then here we would drops. Pitching 6 back. Or rather, pitching 5, drawing 6. And then we play hammer. To play circle. Draw a card. Okay, we play Hephaestus on 1. We'd pitch Hephaestus, go get another hammer. Play hammer. Play shield, play tsunami. Send Cinder away. Draw a card. We have a hammer in play that exists, I swear. Shield 1 thing, cool. Mill them 2. Go down 2. Play another tsunami. Pass. Do this. Lose 1. Mill 2. Cool. Draw a card for next turn. Actually, we could use the 1 that we have on Hummbust from next turn earlier to cast that. Play hammer here. We could circle from hammer. Mill 2, draw a card. Play Hephaestus, go find hammer, basically. and then use the one extra spirit to. Oh, we wouldn't even have the fire, so that's a loss. We're on 0. We milled them to 28. We have no protection. So that's a fail 32. Nope, 26. Like literally anything kills. I am losing my mind here. All right, we'll just get our amp ups, play an amp up. We probably survive a turn. Circle, we whiff here. Next. Draw 5. All right, Nectar, draw 2. Nectar, draw 2. The only deck Mill will win against is Mill. Oh, for sure. Now, here's the thing that makes. Oh, this is actually a playable hand. But the thing that makes Mill work in free for all is you have 3 players who can't fully focus one person trying to mill, and they want to play the runes. So in a 3-player match, the mill deck kills somebody. In a single 1v1 match, when your Hummbust is going to die to everything, and you have to fill your deck with draw power, so you can't protect it, you have to play Hummbust in a control deck, and if it's your only win con in a control deck, good luck. I think here we play Hephaestus on 2 and pull out Hammer. So we net even cards in hand and keep a spirit on board. I think that's normally the play. And then we play drops here, going down 2, milling another 2. Draw 6. Okay, shield to protect. Another Hephaestus on 1, mill 2, pop Hephaestus out, find Hammer. Play Hammer to protect Hummbust from removal. Pass turn, play shield, lose another 2 spirits, let's say, because it's turn 1. Draw a card. Play another Hummbust. Go play another Hammer by searching with this Hephaestus in mill 4, and there's no way we're winning this. Alright, this one is pitch amp up. Go find the 2 amp up, pitch everything back with the Leaf, draw 6. Play Hummbust. Combo started. Alright, we play, and we pitch the amp up to go find the other amp up before we draw and brick it. Get out of the deck, basically deck thin, right? Draw 2, mill 2. Volcanic Forge, mill 2, circle the sky, put it on Hummbust, draw a card, mill 2. Play this, pass turn, we pop that. They have one thing to play in defense. We draw a card for turn, play another Hummbust, play Volcanic Forge, mill 4. They're gonna have 2 things in play. Like fast turn, they probably both die, but let's say one dies for argument's sake here. Draw a card for turn. Play Cinder. Play Rise From. Play Rise From. Oh, and then Cinder Mill, and then the Rise From Mill. Get back Amp Up. Be at 0. Nope. 5, 9. Oops. 36 now. Yep. Blah blah blah. Base Maltuga, and we draw Festus, and we get our. Well, we would search for Hummbust. We pass turns. Well, Luga's probably dead. We drew the Festus for turn. We play Hummbust. We get mill 2. Nope. Oops. 36. I don't know why you guys are still watching. This is so freaking boring. Like what? I have 6 people in chat. One of them is me on my other on my tablet, so I can actually this goes finds me one amp up. Amp up stays in there. We go digging for 5 cards. We dig for another 5 cards. So freaking bored. And then we do what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mil here. And we have nothing but a big Hummbust in play, and it probably just gets removed. So that's probably dead. Like, that's more likely than not a dead. I'm not going to say probably. That's just a dead. 37. 30. You're watching me lose my mind. I've lost my mind a long time ago, Queen. I'm going to just get to 50. And I think just get to 50 and just double my stack and call it a night. Oh, God. Who are you watching right now in UFC? I don't really follow too much. I don't really follow that many sports in general. I'm not a kind of I don't like watching most sports unless I'm actually like I love going to games, but I cannot stand watching basically any sport besides maybe basketball and hockey on TV. I just find it so boring. I could see how UFC is very exciting watching it, but actually I don't know. A lot of sports are just so boring to watch in my opinion. 4 there. We're gonna whiff this hand though. Like this Humbus isn't protected. We just die. We draw another Cinder. We get them 14. Goodbye. Yeah, hockey is a lot of fun to play. I'm just I'm trash at skating. I did play a lot of hockey with the asphalt pucks for a while, but that's just me and my friends just messing around in the middle of the street for a lot of our youths. Right, this is a make or break on bust hand. All right, we're going off here. This is like the best scenario, I think. I think we play the Ambrosia here to go back up because it's so easy to run out of spirits. All right, we're still going. We burned through a lot of our draw cards, but we're still going. And this is where we whiff. I gotta remember, Humbus needs to be in attack with this deck. And we're gonna roll a die. Even to dies, the Humbus dies. Oh, it's okay. The Humbus survives for turn 2. And we go into turn 2. Okay. Play Humbust. Play drops. Mill 4. We go draw 3 new cards. oh, this is so close. Festus go digs for 1. Oh wait, but we already used our normal, so we can't even. This goes 26, and we have 2 Humbusts in play at 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, 3 plus 4, 5 attack. We'll say 1 dies as like last short. See what happens. Play Cinder, mill 3. Play a face down shield. I'm gonna give this a maybe. But we have yet to OTK. We have yet to OTK. We have yet to get the turn 1 to 36. Our best attempt on turn 1 was 30, I believe. I should have kept track of that. Oh, okay, this is a really strong hand. We might get somewhere with this. Push this back. 5. Amp up. We get 2 more amp ups, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This drops is for 7. $17. Jeez, I'm getting 6. I'm gonna open my goal is to hopefully open 3 or 4 boxes and get 3 of each and call it there. Anything more than that, I don't think I need. Oh, whoops, I forgot to do that, Mel. We're running out of spirits fast here. um, play Volcanic Forge. Circle of Volcanic Forge. Draw a card. Put down a spirit. Mill 2. Play a hammer. Must say this is a no. We've burnt everything and bricked. Attempt 42. This is a Cinder. Pass turn with that. Whiff, whiff, whiff. Whiff, whiff. All right, 7 more attempts, guys. And then I'm done doing this nightmare. All right, this is a Smoltuga hand, turn 1. Uh, 50-50, odd Smoltuga dies. Smoltuga lives with the defense. Cool, draw for turn. We play our Hummbust. We have no draw power, so we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And protect our Hummbust, so we do 8. And we would have 1, 2 hammers in play, the Hephaestus. Yeah. Then we draw, play Hummbust and Brick. Yeah, that's a no. We'd be dead here. All of our Humbusts would be dead. Yeah, I can't wait till I have okay, I have physical cards. Obviously, I have all 5 prototype decks. I have a sealed prototype Majesty box. I have my Afros prototypes. I have Halloween Panda. So I have cards to play in paper with, which is cool, but it's just a lot of people got into the game after the original prototypes went out. So a lot of people just don't have cards to play in paper, and I prefer paper. Even if it's paper over camera, I just prefer that. Drops of Leaf to draw 5. I think what would be a fun idea is like taking some of the nerfed cards from the prototypes and mixing them with the final versions of cards and seeing what happens. I'm gonna say this whiff unless I draw a card in the next 2 cards. Yep, this is a whiff. That's another no. No protection. Can't win that. Alright, got Hummbust. Nog, draw 2. Oh, hey, we have another potential combo going. Let's watch it whiff in 1 go. Well, here we play to fastest, get a hammer, and then go draw 5. And let Hephaestus die. We play Volcanic Forge. Play this. Next is Volcanic Forge. Ambrosia. Protect our Hummbust. Pass turn. Do that. Draw a card. Do that. Play that. Lose the Hummbust. Go to turn 3. Probably lose Cinder 2. And just wreck from there because they'd have 2 Elestrals and Cinder and Hummbust died everything. So yeah. Oh, it's 38. 38, 422, 45. Yep. So close to 50. All right, that's playable hand. Go. That's a whiff. No draw cards. 47. 9. 6. Almost there. Cinder, mill 3, pass turn, Cinder dies, play another Cinder, mill 3, pass. Cinder dies, we take 1 damage. Play Nog, hopefully draw something. We don't draw anything. Okay, we scoop 48. Earlier we're going on to 48. That's 47. That's 40 notes. Okay, cool. Hummbust. Draw 2. Mill 2. And we whiff instantly. We pass turn. This Hummbust dies. We draw a card. We play this Hummbust. Play Volcanic Forge. Mill 2. Play Circle. Mill 2. Draw a card. Amp up. Mill. That's another whiff. By almost done. All right, this is a Cinder hand. We can kind of play this, right? And then we play a Forge. Then we play Circle to draw a card and mill another 3. Then we play a Festus, do nothing, and hope we draw something good. Hummbust, but we have Cinder would die. We get Cinder back. It's another 3. It's another 2. Festus for our hammer. It's another 2. But then we have an empty hand and we use some spirits and we draw, and but Hummbust would be dead. Okay, dead hand. All right. $50. This is the last hand I'm gonna play. I'm not doing this for 100. 100 is too much more than I thought it would be. I thought I could get that this like 100 hands done because I thought it would brick a little bit more often. So it doesn't necessarily brick. You're always doing something with the deck, but you're not getting anywhere. Like especially when you have to dig for Hummbust. That's the worst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine. Now we have the Hummbust. We're at 8. We're at 8 left. Play that on 1. Mill 2. Circle. Draw a card. Mill 2. Festus. And we're dead. We don't have enough spirits to continue going. If I get a 20, I will do another 50. If this is a 20, I am killing you, Quino, but I will do that. That's this is a 20. 17. I have no dex bonus. That's it. We're cutting that at 50. Right? Like all right, let me pull this up real quick. All right, so this is where we end at, right? So we didn't get a single, not even close OTK. Actually, yes, you have a 5% chance of getting a 20. You have like less than a. Okay, so what is this? This is out of 50. That's three yeses. What's 3 out of 50? That's 6 out of 100. So you have a 6% chance of winning a game. And in a best of three, you have to win two games. So if you have to win two in a row, that'd be 0.06 times 0.06, which is what? 0.12? Was it 1.2% of winning two back to back? So if it's 1.2% of winning back to back games, but then you're adding the third game, so it's probably like a 1.5% chance of winning a best of three by comboing with this deck. So in like to put that in perspective, if you're looking at meta decks, like tier one decks, you're looking at decks that are like 53 to 57% win rates. This has a 1 point, maybe like 5% chance of winning, right? Like even bottom tier decks that are still playable have like 30% chances of winning and they're playable. This is literally not a playable deck besides trying to go for the meme. Like even King combo has a better chance of winning the game because the biggest flaw with trying to win the game through mill is that you're just you're running super low on spirits and you're doing no damage directly to them. So if you're doing no direct damage and you have to win by mill, but your mill engine stops, you just lose because you can't deal 17, 16, 15 spirits of damage. Oh, Bear is like I would say Bear is infinitely better than this deck. Yo, because at least the three Bear Cubs are really strong cards. Like Earth Scout floats. I don't like the term float because I'm not a huge Yu-Gi-Oh player, but Earth Scout floats into other Earth Scouts or Earthseers or Urzmog, depending on what you need. Earthseer pulls guys out, and Earthseer plus Volcanic Forge. You're attacking with a 5 attacker. It's like a pseudo Viserys, which is cool. Like all the bears are slightly weaker versions of some of the strongest cards in the game. And the only unfortunate part is you're using slightly weaker versions of stronger cards in the game for a really bad payoff. Like if we get a payoff that says if you have the three cups in play, special Majorsa into play, or do something crazy like the bear cave that I came up with idea, or like den, it'd be good. I think with bears they don't have anything to deal with 5 attackers. They need more attack. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Volcanic Forge plus Earthseer, it replaces itself if you crash into a Sorlet or Necrof, which is fine. What could make Majorsa good and worth it? Let me go pull up what I would like. I'm gonna pull up the custom card that I made. Um, that Quino actually mocked up from user Quino. Why can't I find you? I can't find it. That's weird. Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up, but where is that's under it's in card ideas, but I can't seem to search. Maybe it's because my Discord's in streamer mode. So let me take Discord off streamer mode for a second. Yeah, okay, it's because my Discord's in streamer mode. From Kino has or contains, is it? Yeah, it has image Ursaden, open. So let me flop this. Let me hide my calc. So this, I just found it. This, if this card existed, it would make Majursa a playable card, and it would be pretty good. Um, the only thing that I think this probably be a two-cost rune, or this rune would have to be like you must control Urzmagrasir or Scout to play this card. When you cast this card, Major's summon for Major's for a hand or deck. Like something like this would make it playable and not even be good enough to make it a top tier deck, in my opinion. It would help it get there, but it wouldn't do the thing. I have so many DMs. Oh my jeez. I was in streamer mode, so I didn't hear it. Okay, nothing super important. But yeah, like yeah. Well, I mean, we tried. We gave the the combo. We literally gave the combo like the best chance at working. Like we really did give it the best chance at working. I there's like there's not much more we could do, right? Like what else? We could refine the deck, but if a decent list is that bad, a decent list is that bad, the deck's not redeemable for the combo thing. Now you could say you could go for the super control heavy style, but I still think there's a flaw there where if you're going super heavy control style, you still have to win by mill, and you're trying to do a ton of mill damage. But if the mill fails or your Hummbust gets removed by anything, then you're still stuck in the same predicament of they have a ton of spirits. You're letting them just. I think that's the biggest issue with mill actually in this game is if your mill fails, you're giving your opponent 20 resources to use against you when you have like no resources to use because you're spending so much trying to combo off, and then you just fail and miserably, and it's over. Like Mill right now is nowhere near strong enough to win you a game. The only time I see Mill being super powerful in the meta right now is if there's a bunch of decks that are doing like Afros's crazy draw shenanigans, King combo stuff. Like Mill would be really good against King combo because you're drawing all your cards for the Mill deck, and then the Mill deck will just go on turn two and just shred you apart. I literally think that the three eruption Panda Rise from Panda to play eruption again is like way more viable than this is. Like, uh, yeah, I don't. This isn't good. Like this isn't good. All right, but I've been live for a couple hours. It is late. It's 12:30 a.m. I'm gonna get going, guys. I'm gonna try and edit some video about this. I don't even know. I might just throw my thoughts out and call it a day. But I'll have a Hummbust should be on a watch list. 100%. Hummbust is something that could be scary, but it's gonna require so many cards to make it work. And here's the thing, right? How do we stop a Hummbust from comboing off? If opponent goes first, there's not much we can do. Our opponent goes second, we have Gorgon's Gaze, stops Hummbust. We have Helios Chariot Ride, stops the Hummbust combo. We can just remove Hummbust potentially on our next turn. Like, yeah. I mean, how many maybes did we get? We got what, four maybes? Four maybes. So you maybe win 7 out of 50. So you maybe win 15% of games. Maybe. I don't know. All right, I do have to get going though. I appreciate you guys for sticking around, and you guys have a good night wherever you are. And I'll have this video about this probably out tomorrow or Monday. We'll go from there and see how people react